Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so I'm gonna do a story time now. I'm reaching for my bottle of pills because my heart is already beating a bit too fast because I had a cup of tea and I'm not nervous about telling this story because what happened wasn't my fault. Kinda. Sips tea and it's unsweet. Okay, so is this going to be a story time about an ex, if you can even call it that? And for
Bitch, what the fuck are my hands doing here?
whatever, we're gonna use nicknames. So we're gonna nickname him Slim Jim because the man was built like a bean sprout. So I'm in college, university, doing my foundation degree, and I'm sitting on the floor eating some crisps with my friend, and we're just kicking. And she's like, "Oh, that guy over there keeps staring," and I'm like looking back at him like, "Hi." And I don't even know why, because he was not good looking. But this is the thing people don't realise. I've been very virginal in my life, you know, and so when I got attention from guys, I would be a little bit like, am I attracted to you or am I attracted to the attention that you're giving me? A bit of both. And he kept on doing this with his hair, which I did not like. So we nicknamed him Hand Perm, but he's going to be called Slim Jim. So I wave back like, hello, I know that you're noticing me, so I'm not going to make it awkward with all this staring because it's getting a bit weird now. And so I leave, I go get my lunch, and then I'm crossing the road. And who's crossing the road? Slim Jim, walking all like a shadow man. Because he's so just slender. I mean, I'm slender, but this man, too tall, too slim. And he literally stops in the middle of the street. This is a city. I'm about to get run over. He literally stops in the middle of the street and he says, "Oh, excuse me, darling, but I couldn't have let you go without getting your number." I'm not ashamed to say I was flattered, right? So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna give you my number, because whenever someone asks for my number, I just give it out because I cannot say no. I'm just a girl who can't say no. So I gave him my number. And my day goes by, I do not think about this boy. Me and my friend are kicking about it, we're laughing about it. And then on the bus he's texting me like,
"Oh, do you want to meet up tonight? Do you want to go to a party?"
now I am virginal, I am, what's the word, naive. And, you know, the only parties I'd been to was when we're listening to S Club 7 and we're jumping up and down, you know, drinking Panda Pops. So I was like,
yeah, okay, yeah, I might come through, I'll meet you there though.
So I turn up to this party and I'm breathless. I am breathtaking because I'm wearing a gorgeous dress. I'm thinking a party, gorgeous dress. No, it was a house party, you'd have cunt. And everyone was there and they were all doing drugs. I was scared because I hadn't done drugs. I had smoked a bit of them.
You know what I mean?
And cigarettes. I'm a heavy smoker now. But I still got a voice.
An angel!
And so I was terrified, and I just remember this one girl with ear stretchings, I hope she's fine now, telling me to put my finger through her earlobe. I didn't want to do it. And apparently the drugs that were being passed around were ketamine, and I said to him, I said, "Are you going to need any ketamine?" And he says,
"Oh, I won't do it if you're not comfortable with it."
and that's not the point. The point is, I just wasn't into it. He was smelling all types of good though, so I was like, I like this. And so then I want to leave, so I make up some excuse like, I've got work tomorrow, a bitch was unemployed. And so I'm like,
I've got work tomorrow, I'm gonna be up early in the morning, I'm so tired, puppy.
So he takes me back, walks me back, and the man's expecting to come into my house. No. So I said, yeah, bye, and he's trying to kiss me, and I'm like,
Bye, see you later, babe.
you know, one of them ones. And so then we just keep on meeting up, and I go around to his house, and it's weird because I'm not attracted to please, I'm so embarrassed. I'm not attracted to this guy, but I just thought, you know, I'll play the field, I'll see where it goes, maybe an attraction will spark, because I'm never initially attracted to people. Like, it usually comes later when I find out about their personality and stuff like that, or if they've got a big dick. And I was laying in his bed and I was bored, so I was like, I'm asleep. Pretended to be asleep. And he's, now breathe, because I wasn't actually asleep. I knew what was going on, but he's trying to touch on me. Red flag. He's trying to touch on me, but then I'm low-key enjoying it, and whoops, accidentally ended up having sex. And that's not the point. The point is, he's all types of into me, and he's just saying, you know,
Oh, will you be my girlfriend? Will you be my girlfriend?
begging me every day, and I'm just like, I'm
Just not ready yet. I'm just discovering my body and my sexuality. Like, I'm young.
do you know what I mean? One of them ones when you're trying to pull the wool over their eyes and they can't see. Bird box. So that's what I was trying to do. The message wasn't getting through. And so then I did eventually decide, do you know what? I think I quite like him. I started to fall for him, although I'm not too sure because I've been in love since then and it's a lot different. And so after all this begging and begging, we was laying in bed one night and I said to him,
Do you know what? My answer's yes. I will be a girlfriend.
and I was expecting like all the most beautiful kind of reaction from him having an immediate erection, being so gassed, confetti coming out of his armpits, and he was just like, oh, okay then. Are you joking? I was disappointed and it was my fault. It wasn't my fault, but I was disappointed. So I'm like, okay, guess we're dating now. We never made it Facebook official because I can't be arsed. I'm not 12 years old, even though I was so naive and so young. That's not the point. The point is, so I had a performance coming up because I was doing musical theatre, a triple threat, and he said,
And yeah, I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there.
and he's a model, but it's on everyone. I mean, I'm signed, but it just speaks for itself. Anyone could be signed to an agency. And he was like,
Yeah, but I'm just at this calendar launch, so I might be a little bit late.
so I'm belling him. Like, where are you? It's about to start. And it was literally like something out of a movie. I come on stage, the lights come on. I'm in this beautiful dress, and I'm looking around. He's nowhere to be seen. And I'm like, oh. So I sing this really sad song about love. And then I'm fine. I carry on with my sweet way and I'm fine. And I'm like, you know what? You missed out on that. You missed out on hearing me be angelic. So I'm like, you know, we need to meet up. So he's broke. Kept on promising money to come through, and I could pay for my own shit, but you know, when it comes to stuff like that, if you're coming to my house, you're paying for your Uber or shit like that. Do you know what I mean? If you have not been treating me the right way recently, you need to be paying your way. You should pay for my company. I'm not an escort, but I'm fucking worth it. That's all I'm saying. And so he comes round, and he always had a film camera strapped around his neck because he was one of those edgy soft boys, do you know what I mean? And he would also always talk about this girl, let's call her Curly Sue. He would always talk about Curly Sue. And I just passed it off as nothing because I wasn't jealous because I wasn't that into him. Because then he turns up and he's got all these kind of bruises on his neck. And I'm like, funny place to have bruises, that, isn't it? I was livid, honestly. I'm giving myself heartburn thinking about it. So I'm like, what are those on your neck? And he says, oh, the bruises from a camera strap. Can you imagine lying that bad? They are bruises from a it's not even funny how much you can lie that badly. So I take him upstairs because I needed backup, I needed ammunition. So I'm like, okay, benefit of the doubt, but I don't think they are. So we're in the lift, silento. And then we get upstairs into the kitchen and I'm like, I know they're hickeys on your neck, and you better tell me where they've come from right now, because they ain't been from me, because I ain't about that shit, because you're disgusting. He was ugly, and I'm allowed to be mean because he was a dick. And, you know, he's just not having it. He's like, he starts using my mental health against me. He's like,
oh, you're crazy. You're just imagining it.
as if I was hallucinating bruises on your neck. Are you dumb? Are you daft? Are you blind? Are you taking the piss? Yes, you absolutely were taking the piss. So I knock on, I say, give me a second, and I knock on my flatmate's door. My flatmate, like 7 foot tall, did all the sports and everything, so he had the muscles. I got arms like SpongeBob, bitch. What the fuck am I meant to do? Oh, but wait. So I'm like, so Slim Jim's come round, and he's in the kitchen right now, and he's got hickeys all over his neck, and he's trying to feed me some bullshit. So please, can you come into the kitchen? And he firmly looks at him and says, look, Slim Jim, you need to leave. And he's like,
no, mate, she's been crazy. My sister's from the camera shop.
He's like, mate, it does not look like that. So I said, he can have another name, Robert. So I said, Robert, just leave it. It's all right. Like, you know, it's probably bruises. I said,
Slim Jim, like, we should make up, you know. And so I said, do you want to come and give me a hug? Because I'm sorry for being a crazy bitch.
and he comes close. And then, boom! Right round his face. Absolutely smacked a bitch. And he was like,
oh, what did you do that for?
what did I do that for? Because you've turned up to my house with love bites all over your side of your neck from a mystery woman who I know was Curly Sue, or whatever the fuck I made her name up to be. So we go into my bedroom, and I'm losing it. I'm like, why would you do this to me? Wow! And I'm a better woman now. You know, I probably would have well, I already told him to get out of my house, but he just wasn't budging. It was like a bad odour, a bad smell. And so eventually he went, and he still wasn't giving in. He still wasn't giving in to the story. He still wasn't giving in to the story that they were actually hickeys. So he gets home, and I ring him up, and I've never screamed so loud in my life. I was like, give me a phone. And I was the footboys away, and I was like, what the fuck is this? You better tell me the truth right now, babe. I know exactly who the phone. And he was like,
Okay, they're hickeys, but I'm not telling you the rum.
I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it, I know where you live, I'm coming down and be down.
like literally going off. And then he says, okay, it was Curly Sue. You think a bitch is dumb? How was Miss Marple on your ass, wasn't that? And I'm embarrassed that I let myself be disrespected like that. So he had left all his clothes at mine, and I sold them on eBay and earned quite a few coins. So that was always nice, you know, you got to get something from it. And he started dating her, and then she cheated on him. So karma comes full circle. And that's the end of that story. Thanks, guys. Bye.